In a world where pain and unfairness comes with every breath, why care? Stop and think about that right now. What do you think is the reason why we should care? Is it money? Is it family? Is it working towards our goals? Although all of these are acceptable forms of answers, I personally think it only comes down to one thing, and that's that it's all that we have. Caring is a strong tool, and when we use it in a humble way in our lives, we can commonly reap rewards from that we would not otherwise expect. And what I mean by saying humble is by, at least sometimes, stopping in your tracks and just taking it all in, whatever you're doing. For me, I'm out in nature right now, and I'm just enjoying the sounds behind me of the water flowing down into the lake or river. It's the journey of life that matters a lot more than the end results. While end results are what commonly makes a lot of things completely worth it, enjoying what you have in the current moment as often as you can really does make your mindset change. That could be getting up in the morning and you enjoy a nice shower, or perhaps something less expected, like you're at work working and you're having a more rough work day. Well, maybe you can enjoy the moment because you know you're doing something towards a better life. That in itself has some level of fulfillment. One of the problems that I run into personally when I try to focus more long-term than short-term is, since life is so short, I've recently taken more value in trying to slow down on the progression of my life. Because when you get put into a routine, that could be a good routine too, not saying anything's wrong with that, but it has a tendency to, at least for me and a lot of other people, to get glued to the moment and just fly by it. And then 4 hours will go by like nothing, and you'll wonder where all the time went. It's kind of like those moments and when you're driving where you're like, oh my god, and where you just relock back in, oh my god, where did those 20 seconds go? I hope I didn't run a red light, those type of moments, It feels more long-term. Oh my god, where did those 4 hours go? That's kind of freaky. And not only do I get to slow down in life when I get to take in my surroundings quite commonly throughout the day, but I get to truly feel, my gratitude that I have towards the one life that I've been given. And I appreciate more the simple happy things. Not only are small moments noticeable and deserving to be appreciated and given our gratitude, but I would go as far as saying, start trying to go for more small enjoyable moments. Maybe you stay inside the whole day every day. You're very comfortable, but maybe you feel like you're ready for change. I would encourage, try to make any excuse you can to go outside, even if it's for 10, 20, 30 seconds. A lot of people will give the advice of, just go out for an hour a day every day. That's easy. It's not easy for all of us. Any level of activity is ultimately good. And it's going to that energy is going to be put towards a system in your mind where you can eventually, you can get to a point where you can easily just go up and do something that will take you several hours. And it'll feel like it's nothing, like taking out the trash. And I can credit that in my life, because I've been in points in my life where it was hard for me even to get enjoyment out of the game. But now, slowly but surely, your mindset changes. I'm getting outside of that. And if you're wanting a little bit of a bigger idea than just taking out the trash, how about you go on Google Maps and look up what type of trails and nature is near you. Maybe you don't have a car, but I don't either. And I'm able to, I've found a few places where within walking distance that I can go into nature and enjoy it. But try a few places and see which you find a place where you can go out and just hang out at least. by yourself and give yourself a little solitude and to check in your surroundings. I truly think nature is one of the easiest ways to add to your routine of something that is very meaningful. Also, guys, a perfect life is not a requirement to achieving greatness within yourself, and whether that be short-term or long-term. You don't even need to have any level of happiness up in your mind to start achieving small levels of, small rewards. It doesn't take much to complete small goals to get those good feelings and that routine up. Like, for example, you can try telling yourself once an hour or two at least. It's going to be hard and it's going to feel really uncomfortable, but just say it out loud to yourself and mean it too, that I love you. Tell yourself that you love yourself. And if you can't do that, say something positive and mean it too. And after you've done it, a few times that day, go ahead and check in on it. How did you feel about it? You might have felt good. You might have not felt anything at all. But you know what? What's better than feeling negative? Very negative? Nothing. Just being neutral. Neutral beats out any day of the week. The point I'm trying to make is, it doesn't take much to start making progression in your life in a meaningful way that a lot of people will say is too small to start at. I've hit an absolute complete rock bottom in my mental health, and I sat there for at least half a decade before I made literally any level of improvement and before I could tell myself that I was ready. If I can get, with all the hardships that I've gone through in my life, I shouldn't be where I'm at, but I am. It didn't take a large amount of effort at first. It started with bare minimums. It really did. If I can attest to it, I bet others can attest to it too. And I wanted to go back to touching up on enjoying the small moments in life. These moments that were provided by life every second. Whatever you're doing, this is a unique moment that life has randomly chosen you to experience it. Out of the infinite amount of lives that could have been given it, you were the one chosen for it. The more times you think about that in your head, combined with forcing yourself, because you got to force yourself at first to enjoy the smaller things in life, your mindset, it will be really weird, like in the best way possible, because you'll start achieving things that you felt was just straight unachievable. And it's an amazing feeling that makes you want to cry. It's so positive, because once you make that mind swap change from I can't make it to I know I can make it, doing these small things, it's only going to help you to finally achieve that statement where you can undeniably say it. And just know, guys, that it's actually possible to extract good out of the bad moments too. Now that sounds weird, because isn't that impossible? Well, let me reframe it for you guys. What if you were to take it from a step back, from a second person's perspective? What if you were to take that mindset that you had and what you thought about that situation? What if you were to flip that on its head? Or if that's too hard, what if you were to really ponder about it, about how should I react to it? And what if instead of making it living your head rent free, what if you were to change that into something that only lives in your head rent free every other day? Or what if you were to turn that from every other day into eventually it has no power in your life anymore? And there's so many unfair parts of our lives where if we just implement this this is a very universal way of dealing with things. What I mean by that is using this type of perspective, you can use it in more than just this part of your life. It'll always be as valid of a thought process as any other situation you might run in, emotions, thought processes. It will all work out, guys. It will. What is one small thing that you guys appreciate in your life? For me, I appreciate my job. And I also appreciate the family that I have left. Let me know, guys, the answers in the comment section. And feel free to subscribe. And you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.